Hi, good morning and welcome to Clorofil. I'm Isabel, I'm the founder of Clorofil, and behind the camera is Peter, my husband. Today we are going to give you a tour of our micro sanctuary. You are going to meet all our residents and hear their stories. Well, first I want to maybe give our story, how we started. So we are both software engineers. We came to the Silicon Valley because of our jobs. And when we bought that property 11 years ago, we also brought chickens. Because we wanted to have good eggs from happy hens. We kind of knew that the egg industry was not really great, so we wanted to give them a good life. But we never thought they would change our life as they did. They are so social that we really bonded with each of our chickens. They all have a different personality, they all have different habits, and they quickly became pets, like our cats and dogs. When a hawk came and killed one of my first hens, I was of course really devastated. It was a very sad time. And because chickens are so social, they need to be together. They need to be more than one or two. They really need to have friends around. So we decided, we need to get more chickens. And at that time, we thought, can we adopt chickens? Because we are adopting our cats, we are adopting our dogs from shelters. Can we adopt chickens? So we literally went on the internet, did a Google search, and found that yes, actually you can. There is a sanctuary called Animal Place. They are in Grass Valley, and one of their awesome program is rescuing hens from the egg industry. And they are rescuing little hens, exactly like Fleur here that is eating in my hands. And so we brought two of them in our backyard, and they were just amazing. I mean, they were so full of life, so happy to discover the world around them, that they actually inspire me to go and volunteer with that organization. I first help with health check, when they rescue them, they check their health, they rehabilitate them, put them in quarantine for a while until they are ready to be adopted out. I even got to go in one of those battery cage farm where that day we rescued 1,500 hens. That was really eye-opening for me to be actually in one of those egg farms. This is so not what you see on the egg carton. That at the end they inspire me to create Clorofil, basically to transform my backyard, our backyard, into a micro sanctuary. And micro sanctuary is really a very small, sanctuary. It's just the size. There are a lot of different types of sanctuaries. I mean, I'm part of a way bigger network of rescue organization and sanctuaries. The biggest and oldest one is called Farm Sanctuary. They are in upstate New York, and they do have a shelter here in California in Acton. Then there is Animal Place, but there is a lot of others. Like here, around here, the closest one would be Sweet Farm in Half Moon Bay. There is Charlie's Acre in Sonoma. There is Gotlandia in Sebastopol. There is a lot of them. I can't name them all. So their size differs. There is like big one, like Animal Place in Grass Valley have 600 acres. We are on half an acre. Some focus on a specific breed, like Gotlandia is mostly rescuing goats. Hey, no self-service. This is Caramel. So you may wonder, why do we need to rescue farm animals, right? Are they not, made there for food? Well, there is several reasons. One is simply cruelty case. You know, animal control is called when you know, cruelty case has been reported, you know, against some farm animal. It could be in somebody's backyard, in a small farm, or in a factory farm. Then the animal is confiscated, and if he's lucky, is going to a sanctuary. There is also a lot of animals that are abandoned. I'm thinking especially at roosters. Nobody wants roosters. Actually, a lot of cities disallow roosters. What did you hear? And unfortunately for those guys, a lot of people just dump them in, you know, nature park. Some have a more have a different story, like they're escaping a slaughterhouse. You may have seen, you know, in the news some footage of cows running into the city streets. And of course, when there is an animal like that, everybody, all the public, you know, root for that animal, and they don't want it to be sent back to the slaughterhouse. And usually, you know, a sanctuary step in and offer a place for that animal. There is also all the older and less productive animals, like Fleur. She's an ex-layers, and the reason why the farmer, you know, let Animal Place rescue her was because she passed her egg production peak, which is at 18 months. And then sometimes there is a nice story where farmers, as a change of heart, bond for some reason with a specific animal and decide that, you know, he can't send her to slaughter anymore. Hi, you're having a feast here. So, so sanctuary, of course, you know, offer, you know, food, shelter, medical care when they need it, but they also do a lot of education and outreach. They basically become advocates for those farm animals. They give them a voice. Because a lot of people don't really know what's going on into the farms, into the animal farms, and they're there to tell their stories. Some also work on improving, changing welfare laws. Like you probably heard about, I mean, you certainly heard about Prop 12 here in California, where the goal is to remove the cages for the chickens, or remove all the extreme confinement for pigs and veal. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about to introduce our residents. I think I can start with Fleur, that has been there from the beginning. So Fleur is a little white leghorn. This is the chickens that you will see most of the time in egg farms, especially when they are caged egg farms, because they are pretty small. They're actually very efficient in converting food into egg. And when you do farming, animal farming, it's all about efficiency and cost. Our life started at the hatchery, where basically where all the chicken's life starts. And because she's from the breed of layers, you know, so there are two types of chickens. There are the layers that are bred by us humans to lay a lot of eggs. She's laying about 350 eggs a year. I mean, this is almost 1 egg a year. This is humongous. Just to give you some comparison number, the jungle fowl, which is their ancestor of all the chickens, lay about 12 eggs a year, mostly in spring, just to ensure, you know, the reproduction of the species. You want more? I know. I have something else. What do you think about that? Those are grapes. She loves grapes. So our life started at the hatchery, but the egg layers only the hens are laying eggs, right? So the rooster are not really needed. You need a couple, you know, to basically to fertilize the eggs, but that's a very, very small numbers compared to all the egg layers, chickens. So all the male, and there is like 50% chance that an egg is going to hatch in a male and 50% chance he's going to hatch to a female. The males are just killed right away, you know, at day one. So the lucky one, I mean, depends what you call lucky, then they go to the egg farm where they are locked up in a cage until they are 18 months. So a year and a half of their life, they stay in a cage, just there, eating, laying eggs, eating, laying eggs. There is no place to nest, to scratch, to eat nice grapes, to take dust bath, basically to do all what the chickens do. There is some farms, you know, organic pasture farm that get it a little bit better, where they have a bit more space, maybe some access to the outside. But, you know, after they are done producing eggs, I mean, they do produce egg all the time. It's just the egg production decreases as they age. There we go. Here we go. And sorry. And so that's the life for those little hens. I don't know, Peter, if you can zoom on her beak. And you will notice, oh yeah, don't be shy. Can you see her beak? The lower beak is much longer than her upper beak. This is because she has been debeaked. And actually, debeaked is cutting the tip of the beak. But they do it so fast that, you know, it's not symmetrical. It's a procedure that really hurts them because they have all the sensory nerves on the top of their beak. And they do that. And we have two other leghorns down there. This is Spunky. He's also coming from a battery cage farm. And next is Sugar. Yeah, is it tasty? So, so those are our three. You will notice that Spunky has, you know, missing feathers. I mean, actually, she's regrowing her feathers. This is called molting. At fall, just before the winter, they basically change all their feathers, or a big part of their feathers, so they are all nice and warm for the winter. Hi, guys. So all those three white leghorns have been rescued from the egg industry. Bye, Fleur. Whoops. Who wants to be next? Come here, Chai. Chai, do you want to come in? So this is Chai. Chai and Caramel came together. They are super lucky. They got rescued really, literally a minute before going into the slaughterhouse. So they were going to become meat and to be chicken nuggets. They are not a typical breed that are used for meat. You know, I was telling you there is two breeds, the egg layers and then the meat birds. We don't have any chickens that are raised and breed for meat here, but I will talk a bit more when we meet our turkeys. They are bred to really, you know, grow big muscle, super fast, and they are slaughtered around 6 weeks of age, which is very, very young. A chicken can live, the average lifespan of a chicken is about 10 years. You want to go down? Up. Okay, so this was Chai and Caramel, so both of them got rescued together. Who do we have? Hey, do you want to come over? Yeah. So Big Bird, can you see Big Bird? Big Bird is the blonde one here. Up. So Big Bird, well, and Poppy, I can introduce both together. Poppy is the darker one. Poppy is the Americana. So both of them are what we call the heritage breed. So those are not in the, you will not find them in the industry so much. You will find them in people's backyard. She actually come from somebody's backyard where they had a little flock, and then all her friends eventually died. She was the one alone. And the family didn't want her to stay alone. Chickens are very social, as I said before. So we took her in. And I'm wondering where Ginger is. Oh, Ginger is all over there. Hi, guys. So those heritage breeds are laying much less eggs. I mean, still a lot. It's like more like 100, 150 eggs a year. So they do have a little bit less issue with like reproductive issues than the other ones. But still, you know, it's a natural number. Okay, well, let me show you maybe their housing. So when you keep chicken, really what the number one priority is give them a safe place, because they are prey animals, so everybody wants to snack on them. So you want to give them a house, a hen house, that is totally safe. So at night they can go in there, they can sleep, nobody's going to bother them. This is also the place where they go to lay eggs. And then during the day, if I am home, they are roaming around in the yard. But if I am not home, we are going out for a day, I'm going to run an errand or something, they go back inside the run, which is like, when I close the door, fully protected, nobody can go in. Maybe Peter, you want to give a small look at the inside of the house. So you will see there is wood shaving on the ground. This is to absorb all the moisture. There is the nest box at the end. And then on top, you will see the roost. This is where they like to perch. At night, they all go perch, and this is where they sleep. So you want a big, spacious house for all your chickens and a big, safe run for them. While we are looking at the different housing, I'm going to show you the turkey barn. So there is a little door for them to come in and out, and then there is a door for us people, and you can have a quick look in there. This is basically a garden shed that we customized. We added like windows so there is enough light. There is a window that we can open at the end to get some air, and then there is the bale of hay so they can sleep on it. Okay, let's go see the turkeys now. So we have two turkeys, Addie and Sophie. Hi girls, how are you doing today? If you want to come in, I'm going to close the door behind you. Okay, Sophie, do you want to talk to the camera? Hi princess. So Sophie and Addie have both been rescued exactly 3 years ago from a meat farm, a turkey meat farm, and it was just before Thanksgiving. So very lucky turkeys. They didn't become someone's dinner. As you can see, they are pretty different from the turkeys that you will find, in the hills if you go hiking. They're white, so they will not have a very good camouflage. But they're also pretty big, and they cannot fly. Their wings are shorter, and they are also very big. If you look at her, I don't know if I can show you from the front, look how large her breasts are. Actually, her breed is called broad-breasted turkey. And like the meat chickens, those turkeys are really raised to just become fat, have big breasts and big thigh, so people can eat them. The problem with those with breeding animals like that, and especially with rescuing them, is they are not meant. I mean, they are really bred to grow super fast and be slaughtered at age 6 months for the turkeys. 6 weeks for the chickens, for the meat chickens, and 6 months for the turkeys. This is super young. I mean, they can live, the wild turkeys can live 12 years or so. Here you go, Sophie. You want to see your friend? So Addie's on the other side of the fence because she has not been very nice lately, huh? She has been picking fight with Sophie. And so the problem of, keeping them after they've been rescued is to really keep them lean and fit, and they want to eat all the time, of course, because they are bred for that. So we give them a lot of produce, lettuce in between. So, no, sorry, you don't come. Sophie. So turkeys are really magical creature. I mean, first they're super friendly. They are like dogs. They want to be with you. They are very social, and the head change color based on their mood, and also the length of that little piece of flesh, which is called a snood, S-N-O-O-D, change depending on her mood. Now she's not sure of the camera. Like, you bring me treat today. So very friendly. They have huge feet. If you look at them, they are even, like chickens. They do look like dinosaurs. Actually, chickens and turkeys are the closest living relative of the T-Rex, interestingly. So now let's go and meet our last resident, Sky. Let's see if we can find her. Follow me. Hey, Sky. I see you. And here is Sky. Sky is our dog. She is coming from a dog meat farm. Yes, a dog meat farm. I went to South Korea last year with Humane Society International. They have this amazing program that try to end the dog meat trade. They're working with the farmers and helping them to transition to another kind of job that does not involve animal exploitation. So Sky was a breeding mother, so she was used to make puppies, and her puppies were sold to the dog meat trade. And eventually, when she would be old enough that she doesn't make sense anymore, she make babies, then she would herself become meat, and that we don't want. So Sky is actually one of the great ambassadress from our sanctuary. She, especially here in the Western world, where eating dog is so shocking to us, and she helped connecting people with the animals we eat, because really, what is the difference between a dog, between Sky and a pig, and Sophie we just met, and Chai? There is really none. They are all sentient beings. They all want to live. They don't want to die for our taste buds. And the great thing is actually we humans don't need any animal product. We don't need to eat them. All the nutrients that we need can be found in plants. So that's great, don't you think? So Sky is helping us already with the outreach all education we are doing. This summer at the summer camp, the campers really loved seeing her, discussing about her, and all the kids, when you talk to them about all the farmed animals, they really put things together. They really realize that we should not treat animals the way we do. There is really no difference between a pet and a farmed animal. It's really a random label that culture put on them. So this is the other work that I do. The human education, so schools, summer camps, community center, talks like this one. We give also chicken care classes. There is a lot of people here in our area that get chickens in their backyard, and we are teaching them how to care for them, how to protect them. We also promote chicken adoption, because there is all those chickens rescued by numerous organizations and shelters, and they just are looking for a home. So if you're looking for a chicken, think about adoption. And the other thing, the last project, actually, education project we did, is this game. It's called Rescued. It's an animal trivia game. There are 250 cards inside. The different colors, so the blue are the cats, the pink is for the pigs, the green is for the cows, there is panda, we have the chickens, of course, and then the dogs. So it really covers all the, the animals, several pieces, and the goal of that game is, when you answer a question correctly, you get to save that animal. There is a dice to put some randomness and chance in the game. There is also some strategy. There are some cards that make you exchange the animals with another one. This is a game made for kids 10s and older. But it's actually a great game for adults. I've been playing that with a lot of my friends. It's Rescued. You can find it at rescuedgame.org. And since the holidays are coming, this is a great gift for any animal lovers, cat, dogs, or farmed animal alike. So thank you so much for joining us in that little tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like our work and want to support it, we would really appreciate it. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and all the donation you give us are tax deductible, and everything goes back to the care of our animals, to helping rescuing more, and then educating the public. So thank you very much, and bye.